Hey guys, I'm back with another story I thought y'all might find interesting. Now, I remember back a long time ago, my cousin and his friend, they went for a walk back to a place, it was called the Old Swinging Bridge. We weren't allowed to go there when we were younger, but the older cousins, they went down there. And they said one particular night, whenever they were coming back, they were hearing noises like little talking and it sounded like kids running around, and it was just really weird. It was like dusky dark. Anyway, they said they were coming back. It was pretty wooded before you got to my grandma's field, so it was kind of like you come out of a wooded area into the field. So he said they were coming along, and they were getting, kind of, feeling kind of weird about, hey man, we're hearing some weird stuff down in here, Didn't think much about it, but kept walking. And as they were walking, they had turned around and they noticed something had ran behind a tree behind them. He said about 3 foot tall. So, they got a little scared. And he said as they came closer and closer to the house, these things would run and follow them and kind of like giggle and hide behind the trees. There turned out to be 6 of them, and then there was a little more. And he said probably no more than a dozen. But anyways, they had followed him. They didn't hurt him or anything, and it was just a weird incident they'd had that they had told the family about, and really didn't speak much about it after that. I just know that they wouldn't go to Swinging Bridge after that happened, whenever it got dark. But just a little something I thought was neat, and I didn't even know any of this information. I just thought about the story from telling the story here about what happened to me as a child. But right here, I've done a little research, and if y'all want to look it up. There was an 81-year-old man. His name was Henry Swing. He said that he had saw these small people, and there was a person he knew. His name was Wilson Angle, and he said this is all in Oklahoma. He said he knew that he had kept 2 of them, a boy and a girl, and he said he kept them in a stone. Let me make sure I say this right, because I've never heard of it. Stone milk jars. Maybe some of y'all heard of those. He said the only thing that he ever fed them was straight water cornbread. He said that's all he ever gave them. But you go back, and I done some research, and I thought 2 people, okay, but when you go back, it dates back to the little people came from the Cherokees. The Cherokees reported during the time of the Charioteers that they would see these little people and they would follow them and they would help them and guide them to water, medicinal plants, food, pretty much kind of like a helper. It was reported by many of them. Even some of the soldiers said they had seen them and had took shots at them. There's actually in the Oklahoma Today magazine, and I'll put the link in the description so y'all can go and read it if you'd like. They'd actually talked about the little people. It was a 1976 winter issue is what it is. And if y'all would like to go look at that, it's probably pretty interesting. I'm going to go and look at it. But it reminded me of some things that had happened kind of at, a place that I had stayed, because I know that some of the things that happened, you would go outside and you could see the weeds moving, but you never see anything. And we always, thought it was crawling. That was always what we say, oh God, it's crawling in the weeds, because my little cousin, she was out playing one time. She was around 6 to 8 years old. A long hairy hand reaches out of the field through the weeds and motions her like this to come here, which was the same thing that had happened to my grandma like back in probably the 50s or 60s. So same action, same hand, same movement. But anyways, we thought it was crawling because we all figured it was big. And then I get to thinking, what if it wasn't crawling? What if there were just these little people out there running through the weeds? Now, I'm not saying I believe in these. I'm merely just reporting, what I have. And another thing I brought it up is I received an email from a guy doesn't live far from here. He's 67 years old, wishes to remain anonymous. But he said he's having trouble with the little people putting skulls on his fence posts. And he said that they are also like moving these tools around, not stealing these tools. He might have like a hatchet come up missing for a week. Can't find it, look all over. He knew he left it stuck, in the log that he was splitting at. Come back, it's there, and he said, and maybe 4 or 5 pecans, or 5 or 6, persimmons, or he said there was always a gift left with them. But it had happened with numerous tools, but they always ended up in the same spot that they went up missing. It was really interesting to me. Summer's nearing. We're going to be out a lot. Hopefully fishing at night. We've had a lot of encounters. We've had a lot of encounters last year. I'm hoping to document a little more of it. Last year I wasn't thinking and didn't document it because to us it's happened all through, my family's life, and I've witnessed a lot of it. So it's just not something you think about grabbing, to share with everybody. But I'm going to do my best to share, just to grab to show y'all what I'm actually witnessing. I'm not going to make anything up. I don't believe in doing that. I'm as honest as I can be. A lot of people disagree with me on Bigfoot. There's an argument that Bigfoot may be extraterrestrial, alien in nature. Some people believe that he is a ghost, a spirit, but I don't believe that for religious reasons that I have. I believe that if they were those, then they would have, they would manifest. They wouldn't leave footprints. I don't believe spirits leave footprints when they walk in the mud. I'm probably going to catch a lot on this, but I think that they are a breed the same as humans are. I don't believe they're, as intelligent as we are. I mean, evidently they're not, because if they were, then they would have cities and doctors and, be a lot further advanced than what we are. Do I believe they're out there? Yes, without a doubt. I've seen them with my own eyes. I've seen things down there that I can't explain. Again, I'm only going to bring you all the truth. If I, give you something that comes from somebody, I want to tell you that, I can't prove that it happened, that somebody's, an account somebody had. I'm not going to say they didn't have it. I'm just going to give it to you the way they give it to me, and we can all investigate it. And if y'all find something, I get enough, questions or compliments or anything, or, maybe we can have an open discussion, an open forum discussion. Maybe we can do questions and answers, and we can all learn something. I'm willing to learn something. I know that, if you're not willing to learn something new and think you know everything, then you're missing out. I think it's important that we try to find out what they are. I know Oklahoma, a lot of people are saying they, put a bounty out on him and all that, and if they're doing that, I think that's ridiculous. I don't believe he should be hunted. I think he should be treated, as, endangered. Now if he's endangering you or trying to, hurt you, then that's different. I also believe in this other thing, because I've seen it. This other thing is nothing that would even look anything like Bigfoot. This thing looks and moves. I can't say looks because I haven't seen it totally in the light. So I'm going to say by the silhouette of it, the movement of it, the size of it, it looks like a skinny old man that walks bent over. It's the best way I can describe it. But just in an evil laugh. A laugh that's not human. It tries to sound human. I think it tries really hard to sound human. I think it's evil as hell. That's just my opinion on it. I think that it's probably been closer to you than you've known in the woods. I think it's probably been closer to me than I've known in the woods. It's an eerie thing. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If you have anything, I read every comment. I will answer. It may take me a little while, but I will get back to you. So leave me a comment. Any questions, I'll find out what I can for you. If it involves me going to the woods to try to get answers for you, I'll go. I mean, let's learn this together. But I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps my channel so much. I mean, if you're watching it and you're not subscribing, then it's not helping me. Help me, you know, subscribe, hit that bell. That way you get our new videos. That way you don't miss any of them. And we'll get as many out as we can. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good video. Probably even some sound recordings we're going to be doing. But I'll even maybe get the kids on here that had encounters. And let them talk to you a little bit about what they encountered. But I think y'all might be interested in that. If you are, let me know. But again, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. We'll get another video out as soon as we can. I got them coming in left and right. Take care.